Okay, tama din. Ha? Requesting everyone here and those joining us online to please rise as we pause to ask for guidance and divine favor, given by Engineer Romel.
Thank you, in the name of the Father, of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Divinity Father, we humbly ask for your guidance and wisdom as we carry out these proceedings. Grant us cooperation, understanding, and fairness. Bless everyone present with good health, safety, and your continued protection. May our efforts promote transparency and lead to outcomes that benefit everyone. We ask all these things in your holy name, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Spirit.
A pleasant day to everyone present and also those watching online through our YouTube channel, DPWH Cebu for Tungo Procurement Livestream. We sincerely appreciate your presence on this date, July 16, 2026. At this moment, may we have for the attendance on this pre-meeting conference. Present are Engineer Richard A. Villegas, BAC Chairman, Engineer Jose F. Minoya, BAC Vice Chairman, ROIC Ate, Engineer Mariano P. Regular Member, Engineer Renato J. Calimo, Professional Member for Construction Projects, Engineer Cristina I. Escalar, Professional Member for all types of projects, Engineer Ruel B. Lugay, Head of BAC Brgy, Engineer Winadi Hajiro, Head of BAC Secretariat. And we have Engineer Rachel A. Villegas for her opening remarks.
Good morning and welcome everyone. Those who are watching us online, the YouTube live stream channel, DPWH Cebu for Distributing Companies of today's pre-bid conference. In view of our forum as BAC Chairman and her officially open the conduct of today's pre-bid conference for the procurement of 11 Seaports projects under RA 12314 General Operations Act 2026. The contract ID numbers 26HG0111 to 26HG0121 was published in Regulation 2B number 15 issued on July 9, 2026 and posted on the websites of the objects. DPWH was placed this notice from July 9, 2026. Observers who submitted an audit of the form. Cebu Contractors Association Incorporated, as well as the NGO, the Season Observer, Crimes and Corruption Watch, CCWI, introduction and portrayed. We're also invited, we're all invited to attend this briefing conference. Namely, private production was international. In compliance to section 27 of the local government code of 1991, stating that no project or program shall be implemented by government authorities unless consultations are required with and obtained. The local chief executives and the following local units or LGUs were also notified and informed of the disagreement conference. First, the city mayor of Bogo City, second, municipal mayor of Remigio, third, municipal mayor of Daungan, fourth, municipal mayor of Santa Fe, and last, municipal mayor of Brgy. The conduct of this briefing conference is also on section 51, the 2025 implementing rules and regulations of RA 1209, otherwise known as the New Government Procurement Act by TPA, and its purpose is to discuss, clarify, and explain on the things, the eligibility requirements, the technical and financial components of the procurement project, including questions and clarifications raised by prospective leaders before and during the briefing conference. Thus proceed to the presentation and discussion on the total data related to info projects subject to briefing.
To proceed for project profile number 1 to be presented by Engineer Remigio and Engineer Janet Floreta.
For project number 1 with contract ID number 26HG0111 and project name is Infrastructure Program DPWH Access Roads and or bridges in the national roads leading to major or strategic public buildings or facilities, construction of Barangay Pedro to Barangay Cayang Road, Station 0+000, Station +931 of Bogo City, Cebu. Funding source required in 6 approved budget for the contract 73,260,000 pesos. Dimension 5.862 lane kilometers, rate prescription, construction of Barangay Road. Contract duration 237 calendar days, category works, RCP, license category region.
Summary of quantities. Part A facilities for engineers. Part B other general requirements. Part C earthwork. Part D surveys and base courses. Part D surface courses. Part G drainage and snow protection structures. Part E choosing structure. Drawing. Basic infrastructure program, access road, and road bridges from the national road leading major or strategic public building facilities construction of Barangay Pedro, Barangay Cayang. Proper road, station 0 to station 2931, Bogo City, Cebu. Index of sheets, location plan, summary of quantities, general notes, the following are technical specifications. Next is the standard project billboard. The typical roadway. The super elevation. The standard portals and concrete pavement joints. The typical pavement marking details, the stone masonry details, the street line, schedule guidelines, the regulatory signs, road safety sign, traffic management layout, proposed traffic scan, solid waste disposal plan, the plan profile, the following are in detailed cross section. Straight line diagram. That's all for the drawings. The next day equipment requirements. 2 units, two-way radio, 8 units Brgy flasher light, 1 unit the following will be trailer with prime mover and backhoe, 2 units of dump truck, 1 unit of bar cutter, 1 unit of bulldozer, 2 units of payloader, 1 unit of the following motorized road grader, vibratory roller, motor truck, 2 units concrete vibrator, 1 unit concrete shredder, 1 unit concrete saw, 1 unit of the following bar cutter, joint concealer machine, bar bender, cargo truck 9 to 10 equipment capacity, 1 bagger mixer, 1 bar cutter, plating factor, wheel type, cargo truck, applicator machine, beading machine, bar bender, truck mounted crane system, equipment capacity, strain boom lift. That's all on this file.
Thank you. Moving forward for project block number 2 by Engineer Catino and Engineer Bacos.
Into project main construction for broken associated needing to Seaports, Kalsada, Paliparan, release at the open program. Argawanon road heading to Hagnaya Wharf, station 00 plus 219 to station 00 plus 378, San Remigio, Cebu. And its source for 2026. The core budget for the contract, 19,834,000 and 20 pesos. And the length is 0.38 kilometers. Construction or improvement of access roads leading to seaport structure of road. Duration that is specific 29 days, category rewards, RSESP. License characters, quality.
Good morning, everyone. The summary of activities. Item number, part B, other general requirements, C, piece of base course, part B, surface courses, part D, drainage, and substances. Drawings. Title page, location map, budget data, summary of activities and items of sheets, general notes and technical specifications. Hazard map of San Remigio. Details of the developments and roadway. And what details and perspective schedule of items, approach the details, geotechnical and borehole location map, details of CCTV, standard report details, solid waste disposal model. Plan and provide. Detailed procedure. Streamline diagram for the equipment departments. 1 unit grinding or 1 unit backhoe. Backhoe will mounted bar bender, bar cutter, carting truck, concrete saw, concrete spreader, concrete vibrator, 2 units, 2 units dump truck, 1 unit joint truck recycling machine, motorized road grader, 1 bagger mixer, payloader, vibratory motor, water truck pump. That's all.
Thank you for project buffer number 3 by Ate Jose Pinoya and Steve Engineer Ramos.
Very the number is G00113. VID access road and orientation of the national roads leading to major strategic public buildings and facilities. Construction of the Jurado Road, with Paxco Road, Station 0, Pastel 0, to Station 01, and 600 po City School. Annexures FY 26 approval date na po ng 64,005,000. Remigio 3.200 3.2 kilometer. Break restriction to construction of roads, duration 253 calendar days. Reports RCP. License category BUA.
Summary of police. Item number, Part A, facilities for the engineer, Part B, other general permits, Part C, current works, Part D, some base forces. Part D, some base forces, Part D, grading infrastructures, Part X, miscellaneous structures. Drawings. Table page. Location map. Summary of activities and index of sheets. General notes, technical specifications, typical roadway sections, details on masonry, detail of line canal, and schedule of line canal. Methods of pipe installation, manhole details, roadway lighting details. The typical paving marking details, details of specific super elevation details, traffic management layout, traffic management scheme, roadway services, a standard project input. Solid waste disposal map, plan and profile, detailed projection, straight line diagram, equipment requirements. 8 units per day cluster line, 1 unit load, bed trailer with ride over, 2 units, 2-way radio, 1 unit jigsaw, backhoe with payment breaker, 2 units payloader, 2 units dump truck, 1 unit bulldozer, lane compactor, water truck pump, motorized road grader, vibratory motor, 2 units vibrator, 1 unit concrete spreader, concrete saw, wire cutter, joint truck sealing machine, wire bender, cargo truck, wire cutter, wire bender, 1 bagger mixer, 1 cargo truck, 1 unit application machine, DD machine, truck mounted crane, string boom lift in Skokie.
Moving forward for project token number 4 by Engineer Vizcayang and Engineer Bogo.
Contract ID number 26HT00114. Project name, Special Loan Fund Motor Vehicle Business Charge MVUC as per RA 11259. Installation or application of road safety facilities, roadway lighting, vehicle parkings, roadsides along and notified DPWH highway kilometer 109 plus negative 509 to kilometer 109 plus 179 kilometer 110 plus 871 to 30 plus 009 funding source and Y 2026 approved budget for the contract 47,580,744 direction 247 units. Brief description, installation or application of road safety facilities, roadway lighting, pavement markings, road signs, contract duration 137 calendar days. Category of words, EWCRS, license category.
Summary of quantities. Part B, other general requirements. Part C, earthwork. Part G, drainage and slope protection structures. Part H, miscellaneous structures. Drawings. Project title. Allocation plan. Summary of quantities. General notes and technical specifications. Schedule of items. Typical solar roadway lighting details. The traffic management plan. Traffic management signages. Project billboard. Straight line diagram. Equipment requirements. Prime mover with loading trailer 1 unit, 2 units two-way radio, dump truck 2 units, 1 unit for the following backhoe, bar cutter, bar bender, bulldozer, cargo truck 9 to 10 tons, 2 units of concrete vibrator, 1 unit of the following motorized road grader, 1 bagger mixer, payloader, helicopter, straight boneless fixed concrete, truck mounted crane 60 to 10 metric ton, laboratory roller 10 metric ton, water truck. That's
For project token number 5 by Engineer Bogo and
For project number, with contract ID number 26GB0115 and project name construction of public water supply system, Barangay Binaba, Bogo, Cebu. Funding source FY 2026 GAA, approved budget for the contract 4,950,000, dimension 2,550 millimeters, brief description, construction of public water supply system, contract duration 60 calendar days, category words, WSL 2, license category small.
summary of quantities. Part 2, other general requirements. Part A, earthwork. Part B, plain and reinforced concrete work. Part C, plumbing or water supply. Drawings. Title page.
Site development plan and general rules. Summary of quantities. Pipeline layout. Pipeline B to C layout elevation. Tapping details. Equipment requirements. Backhoe unit, backhoe breaker unit, young truck unit, big compactor unit, concrete weight breaker unit, one rubber mixer unit, bar cutter unit, bar bender unit, cargo truck one unit.
On project profile number 6 by Ade with Binoyan and architect Kian.
Project number 6 is D001116. Picnic, rehabilitation, operation, and building. Barangay sa traffic kaya. Having short deploying with Ka, approval yung contract 2,970,000 revenue on story, with description, rehabilitation, operation on the proposed building. Contract duration 30 calendar days. Category works by IC to PLC. IC expected ratio will affect.
Summary of quantities. Item number, part B, general description, part B, other general requirements, part C, part B, works, part E, finishing works, part G, electrical works. Drawings. Title page. Perspective and site development plan with vicinity map and details in place. Summary of quantities. Ground floor plan. Elevations. Sections. Roof plan. Stage front elevation. General construction rules. Foundation plan. One, footing elevations. Roof framing plans. Beam layout plan. Truss details. Including the louver details. General electrical notes. So the site development plan, single line diagram. Lighting layout. Power layout. Schedule of units and the electrical riser diagram. Equipment requirements. Backhoe 1 unit, truck 2 units. Plate compactor 1 unit, concrete pipe breaker 1 unit, one rubber mixer 1 unit, bar cutter 1 unit, bar bender 1 unit, welding machine 2 units, and outfit 2 units.
For project profile number 7 to be by engineer Pedro and architect Kian.
We're going to carry out the 60G017 urgent aid construction issue of the facility. Brgy Argawanon at Cebu. The burdens the basically 35.3 seconds north and 40 degrees 5.2 seconds east. Funding source required in the 6 lab. Then approved budget for contract 4,950,000 pesos. This is a two-story building with a brief description of construction completion of multi-purpose building. With 60 calendar days, category works by IC OPLC, with a license category of small.
Summary of quantities. Part B, other general requirements. Part C, earthwork. Part A, main and reinforced concrete works. Part B, finishing and other civil works. Part F, plumbing works. Part G, electrical works. Part H, miscellaneous structures. Drawings. Title page.
exterior perspective with a location map and a site development plan, topographic map, summary of quantities, floor plan, roof plan, elevations, sections including the canopy plan, basketball court color painting details, general construction notes, foundation and canopy framing plan, typical footing and column details, including the column schedule, the footing type schedule, the schedule footing. Roof framing plan, truss details, including the louver details, the fascia frame details, store drainage layout, the site development plan, including the vicinity map, general notes, and symmetric diagram, electrical notes, vicinity map, site development plan, lighting layout, equipment requirements. Backhoe 1 unit, dump truck 3 units, plate compactor 1 unit, 1 bagger mixer 1 unit, bar cutter 2 units, bar bender 2 units, welding machine 7 units, cutting outfit 3 units, truck mounted crane 1 unit, jackhammer 1 unit.
For project contract number 8 by Ade Jose Binoya and Engineer Bogo.
Project today, 6G, 108, project aim KIP assistance and on bridges from the national roads leading to major strategic public buildings facilities. Construction of roads at the Barangay Lamas to secure matter of the agriculture. 6000 plus 0 station 004 Public service required with 6 approved budget in contract 130 million to 325,000 dimension 8.4168 kilometer. Brief description construction of road contract duration to 7 calendar days. Clear works RCP. License category PUA.
Summary of quantities. Part A, facilities for the engineer. Part B, other general requirements. Part C, earthwork. Part B, surveys and base courses. Part B, service courses. Part G, drainage and slope protection structures. Part H, miscellaneous structures. Drawings. Title page. The location plan. Summary of quantities. General notes and technical specifications. Schedule of items. The typical road-based actions. Flow protection details. Pavement margin details. The typical pavement joint details. Solar elevation detail. Solar roadway lighting details. The traffic management signages. Project board. Traffic management layout. The traffic management scheme. Disposal plan. The plan profiles. detailed cross-sections, a straight line diagram, equipment requirements. 2 units dual radio, 8 units Brgy flasher light, lobby trailer prime over 1 unit, backhoe 1 unit, 2 units of dump truck, 1 unit of chainsaw, bulldozer 1 unit, 2 units of payloader, motorized refrigerator 1 unit, laboratory roller 1 unit, water truck 1 unit, 2 units of concrete vibrator, 1 unit of squealer, concrete saw 1 unit, 8 units of bar cutter, and 1 unit of the volume, joint rock seller machine, bar bender, cargo truck 10 metric tons, 1 bagger mixer, bar cutter, 16 mm, diameter maximum, Tungo factor, backhoe type, cargo truck 25 metric tons, applicator machine, cleaning machine, bar cutter.
On project offer number 9 by Engineer Scalar and Engineer Bogo.
Contract ID number 36HG0119. Project name, DIP access roads and road bridges for national roads, including major strategic public buildings, facilities. Construction of Cayang, Road 33, Barangay Road, Station 00 to Station 00 plus 208 Google City. Funding source F1 26 GAA. Approved budget for the contract 5,197,000 million. Direction 0.462 lake kilometer. Brief description, construction overall. Contract duration 54 calendar days. Category of works RCP. License category small commercial. Summary of one of this. Part B under general requirements. Part C report. Part B surveys and base sources. Part D surveys sources. Part G communications road protection structure. Part H is union structures. Drawings. First is the title page. The location plan. Summary of the quantities and index of sheets. General plans and the technical specifications. Schedule of items. Typical roadway section. Details of stone masonry. The details of agreement markings. Detail of PCCP joints. Detail of horizontal and vertical curves and winding curves. Details of super elevation. Work area traffic control and construction sites. Standard budget billboard. Traffic management layout. Traffic management scheme. The solid map, disposal race map. Plan and profile. Detailed intersection. And a straight line diagram. Equipment requirements. 2 units of two-way radio, 8 units of birthday flasher light, 1 unit of loading trailer with prime mover and backhoe, dump truck, 2 units, 1 unit of chainsaw, bulldozer, 2 units of payloader, 1 unit of motorized road breaker, vibratory roller, water truck or pipe, 2 units of concrete vibrator, 1 unit of concrete speeder, 1 unit of concrete saw, 8 units of bar cutter, and 1 unit of joint rock machine, bar bender, Argo truck, 1 hour mixer, or cutter, vacuum pumper, backhoe wheel type, cargo truck, applicator machine, milling machine, or cutter.
The project number 10 by Engineer Bukay and Architect Salazar.
For project number 10, the total ID number is G0120, and project 90, multi-purpose buildings for facilities support services, construction of multi-purpose building, or barangay center, or barangay regulation, the compliance to funding source, since the approved budget for the contract, 8,910,000, line insurance, two-story building. Brief description of construction of multi-purpose building, barangay center. Contract duration 80 calendar days, category reports, PICWOPC, license category small b.
Summary of quantities. RUB, other general requirements, RC, earthwork, RT, naked forms, concrete works, RB, finishing works, RF, plumbing works, RG, electrical works, RH, IC, structures, drawings, title page, table of contents, facility map, zero perspective, site development plan, topographic map, summary of quantities, draft and second floor plan, grading details, roof plan, other details. Practical elevation, right side elevation, left side elevation sections, reflected city plan for ground and second floor type road plan. Slab to ceiling connection detail and ceiling door schedule and window schedule. Restroom details, ground details, ladder ground details, fire exit details, stair details, general construction notes, typical isolated footing, foundation plan, schedule of footing, schedule of columns, typical reinforcement details. Second floor beam plan, schedule of readings, footing timing details, typical concrete details, typical slab details, beam plan, roof framing plan, trusses details, stair reinforcement details, typical delivery details, concrete to roof dimension details, RC details, and other connection details. Plumbing, general notes, sewer line and drainage layout for ground and second floor, water line layout for ground and second floor, water line layout for roof drainage, rainwater catchment details, isometric layout for water line and sewer line details, isometric layout for plumbing. General electrical notes, service entrance details, grounding connection details, facility pump and site development. Electrical rising diagram, schedule of loads, service concrete pipe, pedestal details. Lighting layout for ground and second floor. Power layout for ground and second floor. General notes for mechanical drawings, general drawing specification details. Fire protection plan for ground and second floor. Schedule of improvements, fire extinguisher details. Schedule of equipment for air conditioning units, air conditioning equipment layout plan for ground and second floor. Schedule of equipment for water pumping system and overhead water tank detail. Equipment requirements. 1 unit of backhoe, 1 unit of dump truck, 1 unit of rainbow tractor, 1 unit of concrete vibrator, 1 unit of pump, 1 unit of 1 hour mixer, 1 unit of art builder, 1 unit of art builder, 2 units of building machine, 1 unit of cutting outfit, 1 unit of rubber box frame, 2 units of dump counter.
Moving forward for project profile number 11 by engineer Tungo and architect Kalsada.
For Hagnaya, within 6600111, BIP of this work was buildings and facilities to support services. Rehabilitation of physical secretary of Barangay Pakutan and Hangings Bogo. The coordinate 16.245.73, 124.009.5 south. The funding sources supported with 6 GA with an approved budget of 5,140,000 pesos. This is two-story building, birth description and regulation of municipal secretariat for the 75 days, category reports, PIR, license and first.
Summary of activities. Part B, other general requirements. Part C, earthwork. Part B, thick reinforced concrete works. Part B, finishing works. Part F, plumbing works. Part G, electrical works. Part A, miscellaneous structures. Drawings. Title page. Visibility map, table of contents, serve perspective, and site development plan. Topographic map. Summary of activities. Existing ground floor plan, existing second floor plan, and roof plan, and scope of works. Proposed ground floor plan, proposed second floor plan, and elevations. Reflected ceiling plan and ceiling detail of ceiling section and perspective. Schedule of doors and windows. Detailed plan of PWD ramp. Detailed plan of stairs. Detailed elevation of fire escape, detailed plans of fire escape. Lateral details, detailed plans for toilet. General construction notes. Foundation plan, putting timing schedule. Foundation, putting timing framing plan, typical beam reinforcement detail, schedule of beams. Second floor beam framing plan, schedule of roof beam and beams, schedule of slab, typical slab details. Roof beam framing plan, roof framing plan. Process, detailed elevation fire escape details, structural details. Other connection details. General notes for plumbing. Greenhouse details, technical details, storeroom details, and other typical tools. Sewer line and drainage layout for ground and second floor. Water line layout for ground and second floor. Sewer line and drainage layout for the roof and the rainwater catchment details. General electrical notes, single line diagram, grounding connection details, service and transfer details. Other scheduled roads, electrical riser diagram, concrete pedestal connection details. Lighting layout for ground and second floor. Power layout for ground and second floor. General notes for mechanical, drawing and specification details for details. Schedule of equipment, ground and second floor air conditioning layout, and fire protection layout, fire extinguisher layout. Schedule of equipment and other technical details. Equipment requirements. 1 unit of backhoe, 1 unit of dump truck, 1 unit of big compactor, 1 unit concrete vibrator, 1 unit concrete, 1 unit of bagger mixer, 1 unit bar cutter, 1 unit bar grinder, 2 units swimming machine, 1 unit cutting outfit, 1 unit truck mounted crane, 2 units jackhammer.
Before moving forward, we also have to acknowledge attendee from our leader from Metal Beam Construction Services, represented by these two speakers. For the minimum materials testing equipment requirements, please refer to DPWH Department Order Number 11 dated January 24, 2017, with the subject inclusion of the minimum materials testing equipment in the technical component of the bid. For the requirements relating personnel of the aforementioned infra projects, we require one personnel as project manager, accredited project engineer, accredited materials and quality control engineer, and foreman with 3 minimum years of similar experience in the same position and 5 minimum years of similar and related experience. For the plans and drawings of these projects are already downloadable and made available in the PGM's websites. For the Class A documents are the legal, technical, and financial documents. Legal documents are first, the registration certificate for from SEC, ETI for sole proprietorship, or CDA for cooperatives. Number 2, mayor's permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the respective leader is located. And third, the tax clearance certificate as finally reviewed and approved by the DIR. For technical documents in part as Class A documents are, first, the pickup or special pickup license in case of joint venture. In case of JV, a valid special pickup license and registration for the type and cost of the contract for this project is required. Second, records of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including awarded but not yet started projects. And third, records of single largest ongoing contract or SLCC similar to the contract to begin. For financial documents, in part of the Class A documents are, first, the audited financial statement stamped, received by the DIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions. And second, an FCC of at least equal to ABC. These comprise the Class A documents. For the Class B documents, Class B documents are only applicable for a joint venture. Thus, while a joint venture agreement or JVA is required, and each partner of the joint venture shall submit their respective certificates of registration and the submission of the technical and financial eligibility documents by any of the joint venture partners constitute compliance, provided that the partner responsible to submit the FCC shall likewise submit the statement of all its ongoing contracts and audited financial statements. For the submission and receipt of bids for the procurement of civil works projects, the first envelope or the technical proposal of the bid requires the following documents. First, the picture certificate of registration and membership. Second, the pickup license and registration or special pickup license, if JP. Third, statement of all ongoing government and private contracts. Fourth, the statement of SLCC. Fifth, NFCC computation. Sixth, JPA if applicable. 7, omnibus short statement. 8, bid security. 9, bid security in the prescribed form, amount, and validity period. Then, the project requirements such as the organizational chart for the contract of the bid, list of contractors' personnel, list of contractors' major construction and laboratory equipment. For the second envelope or the financial proposal. First, the bid form. Second, bid prices and the bid of quantities are BOQ. Third, detailed estimates. And lastly, the cash flow by partner. For the checklist of the technical and financial proposals, we remind bidders that they should attach and comply our prescribed forms attached in our bidding documents the notable in DPWH and Doctor's websites. Prospective bidders shall observe the DPWH Department Order Number 110 Series of 2024 with the subject implementation of ISO 9001 2015 certification requirements for large A, for medium B and medium A contractors, and procurement of infrastructure projects of the department. For the opening and the preliminary examination of bids, the BAC shall open the bids in the public at the line on the date and at the place specified in the invitation to bid. The bidders' representatives or liaison officers who are present shall sign and register to evidence the attendance. In case video conferencing, webcasting, or other similar technologies to be used, the attendance of the participants shall likewise be recorded with the box recording. In case the bids cannot be opened as scheduled due to justifiable reasons, the rescheduling requirements under Section 8 of the 2025 revised IRR of RA 12009 shall be paid. For the detailed evaluation of bids, the procuring entities BAC shall immediately conduct a detailed evaluation of all bids using non-discretionary criteria. The BAC shall consider the conditions and evaluation of bids under sections 61.2.1 of the 2025 revised IRR of RA number 120. The financial component of the bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for calculation errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The BAC shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price which exceeds the ABC. The following factors to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices as to its completeness. No price is required for item non-responsive, indicating a 0 or a dash free to the government. All prices are deemed to include all taxes, bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bid, documents including, where applicable, DOQ shall be considered non-responsive. For the arithmetical corrections, bid prices in figures versus words prevail. Total price per item versus unit price per item, unit price prevails. Total price versus actual sum of component items, actual sum prevails. And unit cost immediately estimated versus unit and BOQ prevails, and the above ABC is qualified. For the legal requirements, the licenses, certificates, permits, agreements, and exclusion in any blacklist. For the financial requirements, the bid security, bid price proposal, and NFCC. Technical requirements, the bid personnel, availability and commitment of major construction equipment, performance in the ongoing government and private contracts, authenticity and correctness of bid security. For the post-qualification procedure, within a non-extendable period of 5 calendar days from the receipt from the bidder of the notice from the BAC that it submitted a lowest calculated bid, the bidder shall submit its latest income and business tax returns, filed and paid through the BIR electronic filing and payment system, or the EFPS, and other appropriate licenses and permits required by the law as stated in the bids. The BAC DPWH will verify, validate, and ascertain of all statements made and documents submitted by the bidder. For the awarding of contract, the contract shall be awarded to the bidders whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid, or LCRB, as a result of the detailed evaluation of post-qualification conducted. Contract awards should be made within the bid validity period. For questions and clarifications for the project subject with speedy conference, I'm advised to send their letter on or before 17th day of July 2026 and must be addressed to Engineer Richard A. Villegas, Audit Assurance Chief, and Bank Chairman, Ordina Dihajerul, Project Engineer, Procurement Engineer at our office address, or email us at electronic meets _support@mpwh.gov.ph. Bids must be duly received by the Bank Secretariat on or before 10 a.m. on the 28th day of July 2026 at the multipurpose building DPWH Cebu Wharf District Engineering Office, Medellin, Cebu, and must be addressed to Engineer Richard A. Villegas, Bank Chairman, DPWH Cebu Wharf District Engineering Office, Medellin, Cebu. Bidders who wish to submit their bids electronically shall send them to electronic bids _4@dpwh.gov.ph. Guidelines for the electronic submission of bids are detailed in the said DPWH Department Order number 87, dated September 24, 2020, and contained in the bid data sheet. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. Bidders shall submit one copy of the first and second components of their bid. The original of the technical proposal shall be enclosed in one sealed envelope marked as original. Technical proposal. Whereas, the original of the financial proposal shall be enclosed in another sealed envelope marked as original financial proposal. Both envelopes shall then be placed in one single envelope marked as original bid. The other copy of the technical proposal and financial proposal shall be similarly sealed, duly marked as copy number 1, technical proposal, and copy number 1, financial proposal, respectively, and the outer envelope was copy number 1. These envelopes containing the original and copy number 1 shall then be enclosed in one single envelope that shall indicate the name of the contract to be bid, where the name and address of the bidder be addressed to the procuring entity in accordance with the clause and the where the specific identification of this bidding process indicated in the bids, and where a warning do not open before the time and date for the opening of bids in accordance with Identity Clause 16. All documents shall be properly signed, tabbed, paginated, and book bonded. This concludes the presentation of the key information and requirements for the 11 civil works projects under invitation to be number 15 series of 2026. At this juncture, I would like to turn over the floor to our Bank Chairperson, Engineer Richard A. Villegas, for her formal conclusion of this PPE conference. Thank you.
Reminders for the prospective bidders that any changes, condition of any contract data such as school boards, ABC, or contract duration for the mentioned contract item rules, the bank shall issue a rental bulletin at least 7 days prior to the deadline of the bid submission. All bidders are encouraged to monitor any changes in the websites of the jobs and the DPWH and may contact the bank secretariat for further details. Contractors or applicants who wish to participate in this bidding are encouraged to enroll in DPWH Civil Works Applications or CWA at the DPWH Central Office, Procurement Service, 5th floor of the Passion Drive Manila. While those who already enrolled shall keep the records current and updated in the CWA through enrollment or uploading of updated records to the contractors' profile applications to CPA. Any finding or concealment, classification, or misrepresentation of any of the eligibility documents submitted, or the contents option be ground for disqualification of the bidder to further participate in the bidding process without prejudice to the imposition of great administrative, civil, and criminal penalty in accordance with law. Prospective bidders are enjoined to observe the enforcement of DPWH Department Order number 28, Series 2024 in the subject. A three-strike policy with procurement structure, rules and consulting services contracts is hereby reiterated to all prospective bidders. Lastly, the DPWH Enforcement Engineering Office reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare failure bidding, or not award the contract at any time. Prior to contract award in accordance with Section 70 the 2025 implementing rules and regulations, so ORA number 12009. Without the creating liability to affected bidder or bidders. Any comments and clarifications on the and the bidders information what item numbers discussed? Okay, not the critical agreement related to new works projects. Under our 8-231 general operation plan. For the 26, address exactly 11 and 14. Thank you, and keep safe, everyone.
Everyone's not.